Howdy there, fellas. Today we're going to show you how to snipe on Black Ops 3. So also, if you guys were wondering, another one of my computers broke. Fourth time, well, I've had two computers from Best Buy. Each is broken twice a piece, so that's 4 times they've broken now. Oh, it's double weapon XP, let's go. But they've broken 4 times now, so I'm pretty mad! So if you want to see my classes, I've got this Locust, and all my classes I use Fast Mag and Rapid Fire. That's my SVG, actually that's trick shotting. All my classes use Fast Mag and Rapid Fire. You can use Extended Mags, Fast Mags, or Extended Mag and Rapid Fire. It honestly all depends on your preference. But I have one for each class depending on what I want to use. I've been using Suppressor recently just because when it's flanking, it makes it a lot easier for them not to recognize you when you're flanking. But mostly your class is up to you. Now, one of the most important parts about this game is knowing how to pop shot. For example, say there's a guy right here, and I'm sliding like this. This game, there's no aim assist, so you're not going to slow down over the guy as you slide and be able to hit him. No. What you want to do is line it up beforehand and then pop. So come around, see, pop, and then you're going to want to pop like that. Obviously, you won't hit every shot because there's no aim assist in this game and people are jumping everywhere. So it makes it a lot more difficult than last Call of Duty's, but you're still able to quick scope. Go on, question mark. Dang it, missed my shots. Another thing you're going to want to do is find your sensitivity. For example, I have mine set to 8 and 8. I've just found it that I need the sensitivities the same because every Call of Duty they've been the same, left, right, up, and down. So I'm used to it. Most Call of Duties I play on 14, but because of there being no aim assist in this game and you not slowing down over targets, 14 just doesn't work for me. It just doesn't happen. But I know people who, when they're sniping, they play with like a 5 and 7. Oh, you little! But I know people who play with like a 7 and 5. That way, when they're looking vertically, they can stay closer to the head while moving to the left and right. I know people who have vertical longer. That way, if someone flies, they can look up without moving too much. It all really depends on how you want to play. The only thing is, once you find a sensitivity, stay with it. Don't ever change your sensitivity. Otherwise, you're just going to be completely off and you're almost going to have to completely restart learning how to snipe. Like, I would turn my sensitivity up now that they've done some changes to the guns, but I've just practiced with it so much there's no reason to change it and have to start learning all over again. Another very important thing is learning these spawns. For example, I know there are A flags there, so I'm going to be able to pick off a few coming down here. Or especially if you're playing Safeguard, it's very easy to learn where the spawns are and play off of it, because then you can hit them on the flank, you can hit them straight head on in groups and hopefully get a collateral. There's numerous things you can do, but you need to know the spawns and how you're going to play off them. And that guy just hit a 5 on screen with his freaking score streak. Great! But you're going to want to learn where they are. That way it's not just about your physical learning how to do it and being able to repeat it. It's also about knowing where they're going to be at what time so you can counter it. It's kind of like chess, except you have to have better finger movement. And I have now compared Call of Duty to chess. Very interesting things happening these days, ladies and gentlemen. Another major thing is deciding which gun you're going to use. For example, I prefer the Locust because of the rate of fire, but some people prefer the SVG because of the way it zooms in, or for example the amount of damage it has, because the Locust is still technically a chest. I feel like they buffed it a little. I don't know if they have exactly, but the SVG still has higher damage overall. A final thing I would recommend is enjoy while you're playing. For example, right now I'm just playing, I'm having a good time, but if you're stressed out about hitting a clip and like, okay, I need to hit a clip now, you're going to get nervous, you're going to be like, what if I don't hit a clip, and things are going to start going downhill. And though I yell at the game a lot and rage a lot at the game, I still enjoy playing it. It's just a good time for me and a good way to relax. So if you're being stressed out over the game or just angry at it, I would recommend just take an hour break, watch Netflix, play a game of CSGO, So I've been playing Gears of War, just reminded me, because that's my first Xbox game ever, and they brought it back to Xbox One. I've been playing that a bit recently. But just do something to relax and enjoy yourself. There's no reason to be stressing over everything, otherwise you're not going to hit clip. Another note to add would be remember to have items, if you can, like Scuff, Gamma, Astros, or Turtle Beach. The items, although they're pricey, or a good monitor, they're pricey. You have to put money in if you want to play. For example, I used to play on a 105-inch display, and it was a projector, and then I would play with a regular controller, and I almost had half a second of lag with my Wi-Fi and everything. It was bad. Like, I would aim, I would wait a second, and then it would aim in. Still now, I don't have the best, but I have a 5 millisecond response time monitor. I would recommend a 1 if you can, but 5 isn't that big of a deal. I have a Scuff 1, I don't have the new Infinity. I have Exos 7s, which are like $60, so it's not that expensive of an investment. I would recommend getting Astros if you can, because the sound quality is great, and you can wear those for hours. It feels like your head's in a pillow. Let you guys watch me prestige my weapon. Go! Yay, that was such a bad idea. So also I would recommend Gamma, because Gamma, it just helps you focus. It's a vitamin supplement. It's not some hocus pocus. The vitamin supplements put into your system help your brain function better. It's like when you eat a meal right before you play. You play better because your stomach's full, or when you're taking a test, you want a good meal beforehand. It just keeps your mind straightforward and going and concentrated. And I am not endorsed by any of these companies. It's just what I use and what I would recommend. So I hope I helped you guys out with this video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, and YouTube. May the feast be with you.
Taking over, getting more popular lately. Horrified when you see it, so you go and blame me. Reality proving you just mad that you ain't me. EAT, yeah, I know why you hate me. I'm a threat, threatening your career with my mental. You just mad cause you afraid of my potential. I got a whole crew behind me, and you look weak. You're scared and you should be.